as you join me in this video, I'm going to be showing you 5 coins that you should buy if you are really looking to lock in into this very bull cycle. But here's the catch. It is not just about knowing what to buy or what not to buy. What is very important is knowing when to sell off or exit the market as an investor or as an investment trader to avoid your diamond turning to dust in your hand. If you are part of those who haven't figured out how you want to take out your profit in this particular bull cycle, or you don't even have a proper exit plan, I advise you go watch this video before watching this very one that I'm about to show you, so that you can get exposed to the step-by-step guide which I carefully analyze the video showing how to take out your profit in a bull cycle, which I also exposed some few indicators that I also use as an investment trader to track potential coins and know when it is actually the right time to sell them for profit. Now back to business. What is important as knowing what to buy is knowing when to buy in the crypto market. And if you are seeing this video as at the very time of release, I would say you are late, but you are still early enough to make a good entry into the market. Carefully dissecting this through, I'm going to be giving you 5 coins to buy in this particular bull run. But the catch there too is, I'm not just giving you 5 coins. I'm going to give you 5 coins for different categories. 5 coins for different categories, carefully tailored for you based on your funds, your capital, your expertise, and your experience, as well your expectation from this particular bull cycle. And that is going to be very interesting, right? So get closer and let's get right into this piece. There is a particular strategy which I use in classifying every crypto asset and classifying whatever I want to go into, or let me say more specifically my portfolio as an investment trader, because I see all crypto assets in just 2 categories. One is low caps equals high return and high risk, where high caps equals or would give you low return and lower risk. Now let's really talk about this, but before I do, there's something more important you really need to hear. If you are new to this channel or you're part of family and you're yet to subscribe, please, I want you to subscribe to this channel and as well like this content so YouTube can get to recommend it for other people. You can't be selfish now. At least you're getting this very vital information from me for free, so I don't want you to be selfish about it. Share it to the world, so let everybody hear. Low caps would give you high risk and high return. High caps will give you low risk and low return. So that's all that there is to it? No. See, the thing is, if you have a good deal of funds and you don't want to risk too much, when I say you don't want to risk too much is they don't want to put your funds or expose yourself to too much risk in the crypto market, I would advise you go for the second one. But if you are very good with the markets, like you are very well experienced with the markets, you know how to maneuver and how to work out your way from any dirty situation, I would say you can combine the two or just go for the first one. But that is not just how it works. Now let me explain everything to you. Like I said, these are all dependent on your expertise, your experience, and your goal for this bull cycle. So you just don't have to follow any of the rules. You have to follow based on your expectations, your plan, and what you have in stock. Now, when we say low cap coins, what do we actually mean? Talking about low cap coins, I mean coins with low market capitalizations. These are coins that to some extent might still be growing, still be looking for a way to find their foot in the market, not very popular, or maybe popular but not with enough funding. But the thing there to is the other side to it is these same coins would give you crazy amount of profit, because the more people get into a project or a particular cryptocurrency is the higher the market value increases, and the higher the market value increases, the higher the price, and the lower you would be able to purchase much quantity with just little funds. So when you go for coins with, or let's say crypto projects with low market capitalizations with too much, or let's say enough, possibility or criteria to go or blow into a very big project, I would say you're on the very right side. But here's the catch to it. Some of these coins are always very volatile because they make crazy move in the crypto market, as much as that the crypto market is a very volatile one, and at the same time they are prone to many manipulations because someone with just a little amount of funds can take out his profits and the whole market goes down. It's going to affect the market capitalization because it is not built on too much level of strong, or let's say built on a foundation of strong funding. Dealing with low caps, you should have some few things at the back of your mind, and that is the fact that you can lose your money. If you are not smart enough, you might lose your money. And the crazy thing also about low caps coins is they can make you a crazy rich person by just buying just one right one. For an example, if you bought a coin at the price of $0.05 and you get to sell it at $1 per unit, that is going to be crazy profit, even if you just invested just as little as $50 to $100 in such coins. So now let's talk about high caps coin. High market capitalization coins are coins that are already grounded in the crypto market. Yes, they are grounded, they have real market value, and their market capitalization is very big. So the first thing I advise people is, when dealing with this kind of project, don't go with small funds. If you don't have enough money, don't dabble into it at all, because you will just be buying a piece of the cake and it is not going to have too much reflection in your portfolio. Take for an example, Bitcoin is around the price of $103,000 and you're looking to invest just $50. How many percentage of just one Bitcoin would you be buying? Now, if Bitcoin gets to move to, let's say, $200,000, you would only have made a profit of, which to me is very considerably low. But if you look at it that you put such amount of money, let's say the $50 or $100, you put it in a project whose price is just $0.05, or whose market price is just around $1 or $0.5. Let's just say $0.5. I think that's okay. And you look at this project as the prospect to shoot up as high as $1 per unit, $2 per unit, or 2.5, 3 or $1.5 per unit. If you invested $100, you would have at least 200 units of this coin. And when the coin gets to just $1 price, you have your profit of 100%. $2, you make a profit of 200%, and on it goes. No, 300% at the price of $300, and on as it goes. So look at it. The only bet there to it is your investment is safe with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is a very safe asset when it comes to the cryptocurrency space. So this is something you really have to look at and see where you go. But always remember, if you don't have enough funds, don't go for high caps at all. Now that you've understood the concept of low caps coin and high caps coin, now let's really get into my best pick for each of these categories. And when talking about low caps coin, I have them categorized into different categories, 5 different categories. Yes, and the first one is pump fund, pump and dump, because the market capitalization is very, 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 very low. These coins are always launched, just for pump fund, like just to pump them for fun. People just put in money into them for fun and take out their profit. So if you are lucky enough, this is just like betting, and I really don't advise people going into that except you're an expert and you know your way. We've seen different types of this coin come and go. I'll just be mentioning a few that might resonate to you, or you might just remember. Talking about Analos, talking about Myro, talking about Myra, talking about Cat Dog, talking about there are a lot of them that actually didn't make it to the big space, but people did make a lot of profits from them. Like I said, these are pump and dump coins. As a bonus, you can just check out this video where I had initially talked about how to snipe most of these coins. We call them sniping because it is like you hunting. You hunt for meme coins. So where I've explained how you can get to snipe these tokens, platform, how to use most of these platforms, some few technical tools, some crazy AI tools, and all. Next categories of low cap coins we are going to be talking about is the meme coins. Yeah, I'm sure you might be looking at it like, what's the difference between what I've just said earlier and meme coins? Yeah, the thing is, everything are all meme coins. These are all meme coins, but I like to call the first one, I categorize those types of first one as pump and dump, because eventually you're going to get rug pulled. You can't even hold them for a long period of time. Some of them, maximum you can hold them for is just hours. But talking about meme coin, what is meme coin? I believe you should know what meme coin is already by now. If you don't, no, this video is not for you. So, meme coins actually of different grades. There are some meme coins that you can stay on them for 2 months, a month, 3, 6, 4, 5, and eventually get to become something big. All of these things started as just fun, making a fun of a particular dog that led to what? Sheep, pep coin and all of those. Talking about coins that no one actually thought it was going to make something very spectacular, and just started as something funny and eventually blew into something really big. I'm going to mention a few, just like Popcat. Yeah, around this time last year, Popcat wasn't even up to $0.2 if I'm not mistaken, because I literally bought Popcat for when it was 0.0000 something dollars like that. I got my Popcat since December 2023, and you'll be surprised this coin went on to cancel law of zeros, cancel the 0.0 till it got to $0.1 to $0.5 to $1, even moved as far as getting to more than $2 per unit. Now, this is something that no one actually expected, I think was really going to get it to something big. And on the other hand, we had some of these coins that actually died on the way, like Rebit. These are meme coins. They are not pump and dump, but they are meme coins. They are as well risky, volatile, but at the same time, they are still quite more secure than the pump and dump. So I'm just going to give you a few that I've tested the soils of time, and because I believe they still have so much volatility or untapped level of profits that you can make from the market. Number one is Popcat, and the reason I'm talking about Popcat again is because Popcat has had an all-time high of $2 per one, and right now the price is just around $0.5 per one. Looking at or considering that even at least the best performance or the least performance it can actually make right now is move from $0.5 per unit to $1 per unit, or just try to get back to its former all-time high for the whole cycle. And if you're buying that, that is like making 3 times your initial profit. So if you lock in something around $50 to $100 on that, you're going to be making at least $150 to $200 to $300 profit maximum. That is if you are considering to move from 0.5 range to $2 range. Another I'm going to be mentioning is coins like Shiba coin, the Shiba Inu, that has made a lot of percentage in the previous bull cycle, the 2021, and it's still coming out strong to make a real move for no reason. If you are not looking to stay long on it, you can just try to target the all-time high of all of these coins I'm talking about. I'm going to mention, we have Shiba Inu, we have Pep coin, we have the Mew coin, which is the official meme coin on the Jupiter blockchain, or let's say the Jupiter exchange. We also have coins like WIF, that is the dog with art. We also have coins like Doge. I like to refer to Doge as a meme coin regardless of its market capitalization, even if it is having a very big capitalization or even ranked as one of the number 1 to 10 coins in the cryptocurrency world. But I still refer to it as a meme coin because volatility is really, really crazy. So that's just a meme coin. It's actually not solving any real world problem. Another category I'm going to be talking about or saying to you is the category of coins or low cap coins with low market capitalization, high volatility and low risk. Yes, you might say, oh, but you mentioned that low caps all have high risk, high volatility, but these things are of different level. There are some coins that, yes, they have very high volatility possibility, like they can give you crazy amount of return and their risk is still quite manageable. Yeah, you can say, okay, are these not meme coins? I would say no, because some of them were not just created as memes, some of them are actually created to solve some level of problem, but at the same time they are low caps. They've not tested the soils of time. We've had situation where which so many developers come to say, oh, we are creating this coin to solve a particular problem, and eventually at the end of the day they get to just rock people and cut away. So also, if you don't know how to search coins and know if they are really going to stay, to know some dark secrets that nobody is going to actually want to tell you about these cryptocurrencies, or just want to know real secrets behind whatever it is you are looking to invest your money, you can check out this video where I explained how you can get to research about any token and see hidden secrets about them. That is a bonus and you should thank me later. And for this category, I'm going to be mentioning just a few of them, talking about coins like FTM, talking about Brett, talking about IP, which is the meme for Pi coin, Floki, IOTA, Notcoin, and also Newton coin. And I'm going to be making some level of explanations to all of these coins. Now, the reason why I've chosen, or I took time to talk or mention this few or some of them, talking about coins like the Newton coin, Notcoin, FTM, Brett, is because even just so far in this year, or let's say to the beginning of this year, towards the ending of last year to the beginning of this year, we've seen some of these coins make massive growth and massive move, but eventually the market dip got into them and they couldn't really survive. Example, we have the FTM, we have the Brett. You can all check out these coins on CoinMarketCap. But talking about just two of them very specifically, I'm going to talking about Notcoin. Notcoin was actually created as the first Telegram meme coin. Should I even say meme coin? Yeah, it's a meme coin because Not is the back spelling of Ton, and I would say is the most ranking coin in the Ton blockchain after the Ton coin actually. So it's something I feel like is still going to really make a move, considering the amount of move and the amount invested in the Ton blockchain to expose people to them or attract people to them. I feel that project is not dead. Check out the price chart of Notcoin. You see that there are still high level of untapped profit in that particular coin, because at the right price where it is right now, it is very, very, very low. If the coin is just going to try to reclaim its former all-time high, that is crazy amount of profit. You can be looking at something around 5 times to 10 times your profit. So if it moves from the current price it is right now to at least $0.3, that is going to be very, very crazy. And if it gets to $1, that will be crazier. Beyond that would be crazy. So that's just the concept about them. Now, talking about the next one is the Newton coin. This is a coin that I have not seen making so much noise online, but is making massive move. This coin has been there for at least 6 years right now. It survived the last bull run, made a lot of percentage in the last bull run, survived the deep year, and you'll be surprised that this coin actually makes some level of percentage move all through the year, or let's say all through the bear run, the consecutive 4-year bear run. This coin was actually making some level of percentage move, and right now, since the year 2024, I bought this coin. I got into this particular project in the year 2024 or to the beginning of year 2025, and so far I'd made at least 4,000% profit on this coin. You can check out the chart, you can check out the statistics, and check out what is driving this project. As much as it's still very risky, I wouldn't say much. The coin is still quite risky, but I'll say it has some level of volatility in it, and you can make your profit if you know how to play your game right. So the last part I'm going to be talking about in the low caps classification of cryptocurrency you can actually buy right now is the coins with low market capitalization, low volatility, and low risk. Why do I call these coins this kind of coins? Because they have low market cap, but at the same time, they are of low risk because they are well founded already. People know them already. These are coins that some of them have, stayed long enough, and people have invested, taking out profit, taking out profit over and over and again, and the coin is still there. These are coins that are still really making the wave, yet they are of low market capitalizations. And some of them are not of low market capitalization, but they are not just between the 1 to 10, 1 to 15 coin on the crypto ranking scheme, but they are still safe enough for you to put in your money. So in this kind of coins, I'm going to be putting them in the category of exchange tokens. Now I'm going to talk about the exchange tokens, and the reason why I said low market capitalization, low volatility, and low risk is because, if an example, for every exchange token, those tokens will still be alive as long as the exchange is alive. And most of these coins don't start with a very, very high price, because these tokens are always used as gas fee for transaction on those particular exchanges. For an example, let's look at the growth of the BNB coin, that is the Binance Bitcoin Chain coin, that moved from less than $10, 20 to 60 to 100, 300, and is going for something around almost $1,000 right now. So you see, that is a very crazy move. This is also used as gas fee, but there are also many other exchanges, and they are launching their coin. And one particular thing about this kind of token is the fact that they are always in use. They have user case, they have usability. So as long as the exchange is going on people will need to buy these coins. As much as people are interacting with the exchanges for these coins, people will have to buy these coins, will want to own them, or let's say maybe need them to pay for their gas fee on these exchanges. And some people like to buy them, hold them, and keep them, because when the price starts going high, they won't have to pay much as gas fee, because if they bought maybe just 100 units for $100 and later it goes to $3 per one, they won't have to spend $300 to own 100 units, and with that they can make a lot of transactions on the exchange. So that gives this kind of coin the edge. Mentioning a few of these tokens, I'm going to be mentioning number one, the Tron coin, which is the native coin for the Tron blockchain. Number two, we have the Jupiter coin, which is the native coin for the Jupiter blockchain or Jupiter exchange. The Inch token, the BGB token, the Uni token, and as well the Cake token. This token, for an example, the Cake token is the token used for gas fee on the Pancake swap. The Uni token is used for gas fee or transaction fee on the Uni swap, and we have BGB on the BitJet swap. So these are all exchange tokens, and they have future tendency to make it big in the crypto space, because they will eventually be in use. Their demand will continually get higher and higher over time, and you know, the higher the demand, the lower the supply, the higher the price. So that's how it goes, guys. Now let's move into the main one. Now, having talked about the ones from the exchange coins, we also have coins that are also of low market capitalizations. And when I say low market capitalizations, because there are some you can't even call mid caps, or maybe should we call these ones mid caps? Yeah, maybe, but I don't like calling them mid caps because they can only have low or high caps. So there are some of them with low market capitalizations, but actually are very great future prospects, just like exchange coins. But these are also not exchange coins, and there's a long list of this type of coins cutting through different level of, you know, user case and usability. Talking about reward assets, talking about AI coins, talking about maybe the Gamify, the GameFi, and the locked. So I'm just going to be mentioning them one by one, explaining a few things about them for you and what they really do, and so you can see how valuable they can be or they can get. And remember, always get to do your own research. So for a start, I'm going to be mentioning the ONGO coin. That is a reward assets coin, and it has really done well between the year 2024 to 2025. I still expect to see something around 100% move on that coin. I'm going to be talking about the Link coin, you know, crazy LINK. I'm also going to be talking about Cardano, going to be talking about the Trunks coin, and we also have the Sui coin, the SUI. We have the ADA coin, Cardano. I think I've mentioned that before. AVAX, that is the Avalanche. We also have LTX, that is the Litecoin. We have BCH, that is the Bitcoin Cash. Near coin, we have Aptos coin. We have Polkadot. We also have the AVE coin, Antu coin. We have the ICP coin. We have the Castnode, that is KAS. We also have Polygon Matic, and we have the Pyth coin. Now, from all of these I've mentioned so far, I'm going to be picking out a few coins like Link coins. I literally got to know about this coin since it was like around $7 to $8. Yeah, and I got it since then. And now you see, even with the market just coming back in this week, the coin has moved to $15 per one, and this is a coin that's been as high as $22 per unit. So I'm projecting that coin to go as far as, let's say, $30 to me on a reasonable maximum. And if you are trying to overshoot because you're in a bull run, you can want to see it go as far as $50, but that is very high on the extreme. But $30 to $44, that is something achievable. Now I'm talking about another coin, which is the ADA coin. ADA and Polygon Matic, these are coins that have actually stayed very long in the crypto space since the last bull run, and they've held their ground. They are growing steadily. For an example, see just a particular coin that should be in this list, but I've taken out of this list because it is not one of the big five. That is the XRP coin. Previous to this year, XRP has just been 0.3 to 0.5, $3.2 to $0.3, and now we're having it at 2 point something. So same thing goes to all of these coins I've mentioned so far. They can just move from 1 to 100 in just 3 months. And for XRP, I'm still pitching it to go to as far as $15 per unit. So let's also look at another coin, which is the BCH and the Litecoin. Now Litecoin has been in the crypto space for as far as, let's say, 2018, 19 or 20. if I'm not mistaken, same as the Bitcoin Cash. This coin were actually built on the Bitcoin blockchain, and to solve some problems of interoperability or less scalability in the Bitcoin blockchain that Bitcoin could actually solve, and they've held their ground. And you can see they are just growing steadily, and I believe on the long run they're going to grow into something massive. The Bitcoin Cash, the Litecoin, and if you're trying to get into the Litecoin, always check out for the movement pattern of Bitcoin, because this coin always gets to follow the movement pattern of Bitcoin. So guys, that's what I'm going to be talking about in the low cap, low volatility, and low risk coin. Now let's talk about the big five, the real 5 coins that you can get into, which are the high caps coin. Let's talk about the pros, let's talk about the cons, and the one you can actually go for. High caps coin. These are coins that have very high market value. These are coins that they are safe. You can put your money into them. They are safe. They have real market value. That means a lot of people are putting their money into them. Investors, investing firms, institutional traders are putting their money into them, and they are very safe even when it comes to cryptocurrency. Now, the catch to it is these coins don't move anyhow. They don't do crazy percentage. They don't do massive move like that, because for every investor coming to this project, they are coming in large funds, and they can't be the one with the largest fund. So there are a lot of people with large funds, and your large fund can't just get to determine this market or pull it off on a very large scale. Although we are seeing such manipulation trying to come into the Bitcoin scales, but it's still going to be courted, I believe, and I think. So now the big 5 I'm going to be talking about is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, BNB, and XRP. These are the top 5 guns that you can go into. Now, why should you go into this coin, or why should you go into such projects, or what should I think, or what do I think is the criteria for anyone before anyone can actually go into them? If you have big funds, if you don't have big funds, you have nothing doing there. Just don't go there at all, because if you are dealing with just $300, $200, $300, except for tokens like XRP, Solana that is still cheap at the moment, or let's say BNB to some extent, your investment is not going to be making crazy return. If you are investing in high market capitalization, don't go with small funds, because your funds or your capital won't buy you enough percentage, enough quantity to have a crazy margin profit. But if you invested that money into a project with a lower market capitalization, you'll be having larger quantity and a very good profit margin, right? But these are all still very dependent on your goal. Whenever you have large funds, go for ICAS, because they are safe. Your large funds won't go down the drain that easily, or just like that. You have people of the same category invest in such projects, and you will make your profit. But if you don't have enough capital, just don't go for high cash, because it is really going to ruin you or spoil your portfolio. That is all I have for you, and I believe I've helped you. If you have any questions, you can always get to leave your questions in the comment section. I'll be glad and very happy to answer. And if you have any thoughts, or you have anything just to an addition, you can always share your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be there willing to hear from you and interact with you. To when next I come here, we stay cool and pay big. Don't forget to subscribe.